Hey, how's it going? It's Neil from Clearline Interactive, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a landing page in Moosend so people can sign up to your list and you can start sending them emails. Alright, so to begin we're going to hover over Growth Tools here and click on Landing Pages. You can see I have a bunch already set up, but to create a new one you hover over New, click on Landing Pages, and you're going to name your landing page. So I'm going to call this Test Page for our purposes. In the SEO settings, you can name it something different. This is internally to identify the page. For the title, maybe you name it, sign up for our newsletter. And then your company name or something. Something like that, and you can put a little meta description here. Get the most valuable info out there every week. Sign up for our newsletter. Something. You can add whatever you want there. I'm just putting this stuff in. Now what you can do is add a favicon to your page, which is the thing that is next to the page title when it's in the browser, that little image. To do that, I'm just going to upload something here. All right, here I have a favicon, just a little image, kind of squarish. There we go. So that's what will show up next to the title at the top of the page. And once you have all that set, hit click next. It's going to take you now to the design portion. Okay. So you click here, start designing. Now, let's see. You have start from scratch, or you have all these different templates you can use that are already made by Moosend. So you can either use one of these. This one has a timer built in. This one has a little hero image, your app name, and things like this. The place to sign up. Pretty cool. This one is more involved. You can preview any of the templates here. Just click preview. It'll open a window. You can kind of scroll through and see what it looks like. You can also preview it in different formats, like if it was on a tablet or also on a cell phone. Pretty cool. If you wanted to use this, you could just hit use template. But what I'm going to do is show you how to create one from scratch, okay? So here we are. You can see that has 4 different modes. You have edit mode, comments if you want to send it to someone and they could add comments to it. Preview, so once you have something set up, you can preview it. History, you can go back and forth with different actions. Say you deleted something you didn't want to, you can go to history and go back to that action, or you can hit undo here. And script, I'm not sure what that is. So this will be coding if you want to get into coding, but that's a bit much, I think, for this tutorial. And here are the 3 different areas for creating things. So you have your layout. Wow, it's really taking me through everything, huh? Okay. All right, I think it's done. All right, so these are blocks that we're going to drag over here. So if I drag one here, you can see that's a full width block. Drag this, it's like 2 columns. This will be 2 columns where one is narrower than the other, and then the opposite. Then you have 4 columns. And you can drag these too. Just grab this little arrow. So say I want the 4 columns at the top. Just drag it up to the top. Now it's there. Say I want to take this full width column and move it down. Click here, bring it down. All right. And then also on the sidebar, you have settings, duplicate, trash, or save as a template. So say you create something that's like your header and you have your logo and some navigation, you can add that, create a template for that and save it. So anytime you're creating a new landing page, you can go ahead and drop that in and that will look like this. Like if I grab one of these here, you can see I have a header there. But I'm going to get rid of that right now. So I just go here and click delete, confirm, yep. And then for each of these sections, you have all these different settings. So you could do row color. Say you wanted it to be black. That would look like that, which looks pretty neat. But say, oh, I want it to go from side to side, full width, go back to settings, and go instead of here, you can make this transparent again, and go down to the next one, and then make that black. All right, so that's the wide area. So now you can see it goes from side to side. We go to the next one down, say we want to do something different, change the color. So maybe this one we want it to be orange or whatever, or green. And now it'll be wide. Let's see. Cool. Click preview. We should just have 2 bars going across. Well, actually we don't have anything because there's no content there. All right. Let's see, what else should we do? We can switch it up. I think I want to take this one, bring it up to the top, and that's actually going to be the header. All right, so let's say we want to add that green color up there, or actually, I'm going to make one for my branding, okay? So let's take like a gray, a light gray. You can either do this or you can type in a box. I know I like ed. That's a nice light gray. And here we go. So now what we can do is start adding stuff to these areas. I'm going to hit plus and click image. Then I can double click here to find my image. So you can either get it from local files you've uploaded, get it from direct link from like the web. Unsplash is like a stock photo site. You can use any of these. Giphy, you have all these different GIFs. Then you can get it from also these other places too. But I'm going to do local file. That means from my computer. Click here. And I'm going to find the logo that I want. And let's see. Let's go with this one. All right. That looks pretty good. Click add. It should drop it right in there. There we go. We can change the size a bit. Well, actually, we're constrained because it's the version that had the narrow column over here. But I think that looks good. Let's now add something over here, a title. We could do text. So, or instead of adding things here, we can go here to items, and it's all the same stuff. So you can drag a text box over here, and we can type our text, company, newsletter, whatever. We can have all our typical sort of formatting options here. I can make that bold, put it in the middle, change the size of it a little bit, make it a little bigger, I think. Change the color of the text to bluish. Or I can use, maybe I can find the color there. Let me see. You can pull up this palette, try to find something that kind of matches that other color in my logo a bit. Maybe a bit more green. Let's try that. Meh, doesn't seem right. Luckily I have this other sort of tool where I can just hover over it and I can get the hex code. Just pop that right in here, save. Close enough for this tutorial. Actually, it's a bit light, a bit dark. Here, let's do this. That's good. All right. So far, we have a header here, company newsletter, and say I want to move this. I don't really want to have 4 grids, but maybe we want to have an image at the top. So let's take our one section. Let's get rid of the rest of these for now. We don't need them. I'm going to click this, so don't show me again. So every time I delete, it won't be giving me that error message or the verification message. All right, this looks a lot cleaner. So now that I think of it, this is going to be a sign-up form, right? So what we might want to do is use this layout. Put that here. Actually, put it there. And then what we're going to do is add an image from a local file. I think I have an image of a cheat sheet, and this would be a good place to put that. Let me see. All right, there we go. So this is where you'd put a little image of what they'll get if they sign up. And actually that's a bit too small, so what I'm going to do is drag one of these even column ones over, drop it in there. There we go, it's a little bit bigger. Get rid of this one, clicking on that. There we go. All right. So this looks pretty good so far. Now we're going to add some text over here into this column. It says, fill in the form below to sign up to get the ebook, space, the title of the ebook, 11 things every website needs. And other valuable insights from our weekly newsletter. Something like that. You can come up with something better. And then here's where we can edit that on the side here. I want to style it a little bit. Make this bold and larger. You can change the font if you like. I'm going to change that to be that blue. I have too many blues going on here. There we go. That's fine. Yeah. Maybe put ... and other value insights in a weekly newsletter. I think that might be better if it was a little bit bigger. Fill up the space some more. Same here. Make that 18. Cool. Now let's preview it real quickly. All right, so you see how this is right up top here, right next to it. What we want to do is we have this full width column, and you see this spacer here? Let's drag that in there. And now we preview it. And now we have a bit of space there, and we could adjust that by clicking on it and simply scrolling it up and down. Maybe add some like that. Cool. Now let me see. Let's preview it again. Does it look right? Does everything look cool? That looks pretty good to me. This is just a simple form, so we're not getting too crazy about it. simple landing page. Let's grab this form here. We're going to drag it into this column underneath this text. And this is our form. Click on it to get the settings. Right now we have email, and that's the only thing we have set up. Then here on submit, you can say, you want it to be you successfully signed up or it didn't work. You can redirect to a page, like a thank you page, or you can redirect to an external page. This would be like another landing page you set up that may have your lead magnet on it, and that'd be handy. They go right to that, or if it's on your website, you can send them there. We're just going to display success because we set it up so they get their first email, and the link to download the lead magnet is right there. You can change what you want it to say when they sign up. And success, you've been added to the list. Check your email for your lead magnet, maybe. All right. Here's where you can select which list it's going to be added. They're going to be added to. We're going to do test list because that's what we've been using. And then here, edit custom fields. They have two set up for you, email and name. And those are basically all you really need. This one is set to off. So to use it, if you want to get their name, then you just click use. And that's great because then you can send emails and you can have it, when you write your email, put first name there. Like they have these little short codes that you can put in. And whoever's name, like say, it'll be like, hi, Neil, hi, Susan, or whatever. And yeah, so it's good to collect the first names. If you want to change the order, simply drag from here. I think name first, then email is always customary to me. So I'm going to put it like that. And actually, let us go back. And we're going to make this one required too. So name is required, email is required. Then you can do other things with these. Type, data type. It could be a number, a date, stuff like that. I wouldn't worry about that. If we're keeping it simple right here. So, all right, we hit close. Now those settings are saved. So it's going to collect the name and email. It has a little star because each one's required. And you can change the style of these if you want. Change the style of the button. I'm going to do that to kind of match the look we have going on here. I'm going to grab this blue from this button. I like that. And I'm going to use that as my color. So the button color, I'm going to add that blue. And I'll change the label color, which is the text, to white. You can do that also here. Just click on the color. Now let's see what else we can do. We can change the thickness of the text. Oh, what happened to our... Let's go back here to white. We want it to be white. Labeled. Hashtag FF. Let's stick with that. Border color, black. That's fine. I don't really see a border on there. Made it bold. I think that looks good for buttons. You can change the font size. Font width, either fit the text or full width. I like full width for some reason. It's just my personal preference. Yeah, that looks good. Now, what do we want the button to say? Here we go. So, button styles. Label. That's where you're going to do it. So, sign up now. Cool. Close that out. Close all these little accordions. Cool. Everything looks good here to me. The buttons, right? So let's take a look at how it looks. I like it. I'm thinking maybe we could add a little bit of color to separate these sections. You could just leave it like this. Or another thing to add, actually, maybe a little text underneath here. People like to know, they like it when you say your email is always safe. with us. Meaning you're not going to go and sell it to other people or whatever. Cool. Maybe center that right underneath. And yeah, bring it down a little bit. That's not as important. You don't want them to be thinking that crazy stuff. Maybe italicize. And yeah, cool. But I want to add a little bit of color to this column. So I'm going to go over here to the big blue columns area. Hit settings, go down to the bottom. So slot 1 is this area. So you can do a background color. So let's try that, the ed one. All right. Looks pretty cool, I guess. You could do white, you could do green. Yeah, no, not green. What's that other hex code, that blue? How does that look? Maybe. Yeah, it looks okay. I'm going to go back with the gray. So slot 1. So much of web design is just this. Going back and forth until you like what you see. All right. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. But actually, I think this is the same gray. All right. Please excuse my pickiness. What I can do is just drag this little circle a little higher. So it is there. That's good. It's gray, but it's not as light as the other thing. Cool. Now, it seems a little unbalanced. You could put some text up here that says, you know, free ebook. Get the free ebook. That might be cool. Go to styles, maybe center that, bold it, make it larger. Got to select the text here to do any of that stuff. Make it larger, bold, make it smaller. Change the color. I think I want to do that blue. So tie it all together a little bit. Does that work? Nope. Hold on. Save. Nope. Let me grab this color again. Doesn't seem to be working. Maybe I gotta add the hashtag. There we go. Or remove the hashtag. All right. I'm going to change the color of this text too. Just remember what I need to do. Now that I have the hex code in there, I can just go around. It saves that. And I can just go ahead and select everything I want to be that color. And it's good to go. All right. So let's see if the padding is looking correct. If this is too close here, what you can do is adjust the padding. So we'll go over here, select this again, go down to slot 2, and look at padding. So what that means is the space between this all the way around. So you can just up that, and it's going to start squishing everything together. All right. So that seems cool. Do 15 to keep it. I don't know why. All right. That looks pretty good to me. We can preview it. Looks good. They can type in here. Let's look at it on a tablet. So it might look a little strange on a tablet. We have this white space there because of that space that we added here. So what can we do about that? We could add that blue color. to that bar. Maybe we'll do that. All right. So that's this section right here. Let's change the color. Maybe we'll do just a short one though, not like a full width one. How's that look? Let's try it. You never know till you look. All right, that looks cool. I'm happy with it. Good enough. Yeah. See how it looks on mobile. Looks pretty good. Maybe I'd keep messing with it, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I think it looks great. All right, so when you're happy with your design, you click up here, proceed to the next step, click yes. And it's all set up, so when they sign up, all those email addresses are going to go right to your new list. And this now takes us to the next step where you can share on social media. You can set it up so you put your headline, your description, and this is how it would look. You can have an image. So the image would probably be something like this. See if it shows up. Yep. The headline. Get the free ebook now. I don't know why they always add now, you know, and then find out what 11 things every website needs and see if yours has that stuff, whatever, right? And you can also do that for Twitter, and this allows you to kind of design how that's going to look, you know? Cool. So click next. You can track your conversions. So when someone submits the form is probably what you want for this one. If it was to click a button, if you were sending them to another sales page or something, you would do that. But in this case, we're going to track conversions by people that click the form. If you have Google Analytics or Facebook Pixels, you can set that stuff up here. But nope, we're not going to do that right now. You can choose a publishing method. You can publish on their platform. So basically, you just copy this URL and send people there. Or you can take a domain and forward it, you know, to there. So you have a hosting site, go there and redirect to this domain, and it will go right to that page. Or you can publish your page to WordPress if you have a WordPress site, which is great. Yeah, those are the two different ways to do it. Click next. And here's the summary. It will be tracked in your account. It'll be published there. This is the page you can send people to or create a fancier link. And yeah, this is what your landing page looks like. It's very simple. You can make bigger ones or whatever, but that's the basics. And to add, you just add different sections below here if you wanted to keep going and make a full-on web page. And this is also the same process when you're creating a email template. If you want to use like a rich editor for that, you could create a website looking template for your emails, like a newsletter with different sections and stuff. It's all the same process. You have those sections, either the full width or different columns. You drop info into it, drop items like text, videos, graphics, all that stuff. Change the colors and look of it in the settings, and you're good to go. So I'd hit publish here. And there it is, test page. There's the link to it so people can go check it out. If I type that, put it right into the browser, pulls up my test page. There it is. Now people can sign up for my list. Say I want to do that. I'm going to put my email in there. Sign up now. You've been added to the list, and your email is always safe with us. Now, if I go back to my audience, I can see now I have one active subscriber, and it's me. All right, so our little landing page is working. All right, I hope that helped. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.